なんとかなったみてえだな。畳みかける。これがスーパーサイヤ人3だ。
Alright, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. Looks like we're getting a green, ultra strike-oriented Super Saiyan Trunks, the ultimate answer to a lot of these second life mechanics we see in-game. The active skill stuff that cannot be dodged is kind of scary because, you know, Buhan's gonna get decimated, FSK is gonna get decimated. Granted, this is like his right-hand man. A lot of the second life characters are gonna get hurt quite a bit. I mean, Legend Piccolo as well, gotta watch out. We got Trunks here. Proc indestructible, drop combo, the active skill, pop, dead, doesn't even matter. He looks very spooky, but let's see what the remainder of his kit is. Ultra Super Saiyan Trunks Adult joins the fight, experience gathering everyone's power and unleashing a strike of hope just like from the series. His strengths: number 1, a new key consumption type unique gauge. Charge the unique gauge every time an ally consumes ki. When the gauge becomes full, buff this character and allies, and even charge the active skill by 100%. Number 2, activate Final Hope Slash with the active gauge. Tap the active gauge when it's at 100% to enter prep mode, and it will gradually consume the gauge. When the gauge becomes 0, nullify endurance, element disadvantages, and activate the Final Hope Slash. Ah, okay, cool. Fill a unique gauge by using ki with your allies. Your active skill becomes full, tap it with the Trunks, and then you activate the prep mode, which, similar to the Buu Duo or the Gammas, the unique gauge will gradually deplete, kind of like a timer. And then once it's completed, once it's empty, Trunks will unleash the attack. Cool stuff. Number 3, limit enemy healing. Land a special move, ultimate arts, or final hope slash and limit the enemy's healing to 60%. For a certain number of timer counts, enemy health restored will be limited to 60%. Wield Earth's hope and seize victory. So he's green. I said if he was a legend, he's going to be yellow. If he's going to be an ultra, he's going to be green. So here we are. He's an ultra and he's green. Z abilities for future, Vegeta clan, or... Wow, no hybrids at all. So they definitely want you to put this guy in the leader slot then. Okay. Ultra ability is per future support member. Yeah, it makes sense. They want you to run Trunks with the yellow future Gohan. Your bench is going to be Trunks and Vegeta with whatever future green Zenkai buffers you can apply for Trunks. And then FSK is in the leader slot, most likely. Strike, yeah, strike armor, so don't worry about blast darts. Even get a boost to damage on activation. Holy crap, oh god. The strike giving damage reminds me of FSK already. Blast, same thing. More damage stacking. Blue card, limit enemy healing to 60% for 20 counts and inflict the enemy with heavy bleed on hit. Massive slice damage on activation, 40% blue card damage on hit. They get hit with heavy bleed. Limit the healing to 60% for 20 counts. This is going to be important. How many characters do we have nowadays that just heal a stupid amount? Especially like Super Vegeta when he draws cards. We got Kid Buu as well when he draws cards. This is needed. His green card. Increase all enemy slice damage received on activation. Plus, nullify attribute downgrades when the unique gauge is full. So the green card will draw a card, give him 50 ki, 30% damage for 10 counts, 5 timer counts of cover null. All enemies take 10% additional slice damage for 10 counts, which you cannot stack. But when the unique gauge is full, nullify your attribute downgrades and all enemy subcount plus 2. So you get a very small window to beat up your opponent. A baby lock-in. The ultimate, limit enemy healing to 60% for 20 counts on hit. Also, when the unique gauge is full, reduce the health restore of all enemies by 100%. Supreme slice damage. On activation, 40% blue card ultimate damage. Nullify endurance for 3 counts. When you hit the opponent, limit the enemy healing to 60%. When the unique gauge is full, all enemy health restore minus 100%. Main ability, restore the vanish gauge by 100% and cancel attribute downgrades. Draw your ult, heal 30%, get 40 ki, get your vanish back, cancel attribute downgrades. This character has endurance, 350% damage. Holy cow. Weren't we at 330 in the previous release? 350% damage, 270% damage guard, 50% ki recovery, level 1 card draw speed with endurance. His unique ability, draw a card up to 2 times on strike / blast arts use. On endurance activation, charge the unique gauge by 100% and seal the enemy's rising rush. This is exactly what the LF did. From Legends Fest several years ago, when his endurance got procced, his unique gauge would go 100%, proccing your disrupt, and he would get his full power up, making his ultimate far more scary. I guess this is an homage to that. So on entry, heal 10%, get 50 ki. When the unique gauge is full, go type neutral. When you use a strike or blast darts, you draw a card and you nullify cover change. So he's another... god damn it. God damn it. He's another character that doesn't care about the battle system. Damn it. He's a guy that force draws cards. Who does this remind you of, dude? Come on. Come on, man. Alright, he force draws a bunch of cards, just like FSK does. 5 timer counts to cover null, fine. When he's hit by an enemy, he goes type neutral for 5 counts, which cannot be cancelled. Activation count on reset. Activation resets on switch. All enemy arts cost plus 10, so he has stacking of arts cost, it looks like. On endurance activation, unique gauge plus 100%. Seal the enemy strike blast, special and special move arts for 3 counts. So, aka rely on your overdrive. Seal enemy rush. When on the battlefield, an enemy activates a blue ultimate or awakened arts or rising rush. Cancel attribute downgrades. Ally subcount -5. Cancel enemy buff effects. So future Gohan can come in. Yippee! Cover change against strike cards. Changeable with the blue. Unique gauge charges according to the key consumed by an ally. When the unique gauge becomes full, it charges the active gauge by 100% and gives a huge boost to damage. Again, this is now another thing that feeds into overdrive, serving the absolute importance that is overdrive. We got characters that will disrupt every possible card that you could leverage, even a rush. So overdrive is free, aka you need to rely on it. But now things like using key, my assumption is, even though you have overdrive available, regardless, whatever the cost is and is being used is what contributes to the unique gauge. So even if your opponent raises your arts cost, if you have overdrive up, that's beneficial to you. It just has you charge the unique gauge even faster without the penalty of having any additional key taken away. Overdrive continues to have more and more importance. Key consumption type. When it's full, active gauge plus 100%, 70% damage which cannot be cancelled, gradually restore health, ally health plus 30%, ally damage plus 30%, cancel ally attribute downgrades of normal conditions, charges on ally arts use according to key consumed. Active gauge. Tap the active gauge when it's at 100% to enter prep mode and gradually consume the gauge. When the gauge reaches 0, nullify endurance, element disadvantages, and activate the final hope slash. With 100% active gauge on tap, enter final hope slash prep mode. Nullify abnormal conditions for 15 counts which cannot be cancelled. Enemy key minus 100. Enemy Dragon Balls minus 2. During the prep mode, when the active gauge reaches 0, activate the final hope slash. Go type neutral. Nullify endurance. Revive disruption. Revive health minus 70%. This is the key thing here. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, I noticed that it says cannot be cancelled. Cannot be cancelled anywhere, so I can deal with this. The prep mode move is not an arts card. So no, you can't. The nullify endurance, you cannot debuff. The nullify element disadvantages, you cannot debuff. It's not treated as an arts card, so it's outside the realm of what we can stop. On hits, deal supreme damage to the enemy. Slice. Limit enemy healing to 60%. Charges to 100% when the unique gauge becomes full. Prep mode decreases gradually while he's on the field. The active gauge disappears when the final hope slash activates. If a character is sealed, temporarily sealed, or receives an attack that would cause it to be defeated while in prep mode, it will be cancelled and the active gauge will disappear. So Trunks. This attack cannot be evaded by Vanish Step and cannot be cover changed against. On attack, cancel all abnormal conditions that restrict this character's movement, aka no paralysis. Trunks looks like a beast, an absolute machine. His stacking of damage comes from using arts cards. The active gauge prep mode is a modern day version of it, which could be very, very scary. Some of the caveats here, or conditions that we need to check: how quickly can you farm or fill up the unique gauge? Does it require 500 key to fill up, 300 key to fill up, 100 key to fill up? One of the biggest criticisms of prep mode characters was how long it took to get there. The Buu duo, for example, had to do multiple tag switches, which were difficult to do when you have characters like Vegeta who had no cover null. In this case, because Trunks is not even relying on himself individually, he can count on his allies. Would they make the need higher to fill up the unique gauge to get your prep mode going? We'll have to see. But yeah, Trunks looks like a beast. He's an Ultra, so no shocker. He's a top 5 character by default. The most intimidating thing for me is going to be the team that spawns out of this. I said it so many times. FSK is on his own. All he has is 2 background dancing characters that are just motivating him. You see those memes where, you know, it's like, oh, my homeboy is losing the fight, so he has to lock in, and they play that song from Jujutsu Kaisen. That is future Gohan and the 40th DB Gohan playing that song for FSK. But now, it's going to be future Gohan playing that for Trunks and FSK. Scary times ahead. FSK force draws a bajillion cards, which easily fills up this guy's unique gauge, and if you switch, you get punished, which means you rapidly charge up Trunks' prep mode, which means a very early prep mode, which means somebody dies very fast. And then Trunks, on the other hand, does the exact same damn thing. So picture Gohan spams out all of his cards, you swap to somebody else because they can't tank all that damage, you gave him more cards, and then they go into to Trunks. And with Trunks, they're just going to go ahead and spam more cards, which force draws more cards, and then he gets the prep mode super early on. They have to be careful with how much it's going to cost. They really will. Otherwise, you get a very fast prep mode from one priority, and somebody just dies with you not having any control over it whatsoever, which will piss off everybody. Hybrids will rule the meta, and it's going to piss everybody off. So we'll have to see. You let me know in the comment section below what you think about the Trunks. Are you scared of him? Are you going to be summoning? I will definitely be summoning, and we will be doing the beautiful showcase when it is there. I'm also excited for Trunks and Vegeta. Hopefully they don't fumble them. But until next time, guys, peace!